Hello there, my name is Sarah, and I'm reading a ghost story set in Old Edinburgh. It's called Secret City by Jan Andrew Henderson, and this is chapter 4, The Book. Lily was still juggling when Charlie staggered back into the theatre. He could have sworn for a second that she had at least a dozen balls in the air, and what looked like a couple of mice as well. At the sound of the boys wheezing, the whirling objects vanished into some hidden pocket that jugglers always seem to have. Lily smiled innocently. Ah, you're back. Anything interesting down there? Interesting. Charlie slapped at his jeans, and a cloud of white dust rose into the air. I heard the ghost of the little drummer boy, the one that's supposed to haunt the place. My heart almost stopped. He began to tell Lily about the drumming, but to his annoyance, the little girl started to laugh. She held up a hand to stop him. Charlie, there's a group of council workmen digging under the tenements from the opposite side of the bridge. I saw them going into work this morning, and you probably heard them drilling. It sounded like drummers to me, the boy scowled, and I've never been so scared. A phantom drummer, eh? You should have stuck around. The rest of the band might have turned up. Charlie ignored her sarcasm and pulled the book from under his shirt, releasing another cloud of dust. Anyway, I found this. Really? Let me see. Lily took the book and opened it. She looked intrigued. It's handwritten. The date inside the cover says 1824. She turned a page and read a little more. It's the journal of somebody called William Makepeace. Like a diary. Yeah, exactly. Is it a joke, some kind of a hoax? Lily shook her head. There are parts of the underground city that have been sealed for almost 2 centuries, and this book is definitely old. See how crackly the paper is. She peered over the top of the pages at Charlie. What are you looking so unhappy about? I suppose this is real too. The boy unfolded the note and handed it to Lily. It was inside the front page. It's the same type of paper. She read the message and looked up at him with her eyes sparkling. This is great! Yeah, fantastic. Especially the part about me being in mortal danger. Charlie pointed to the offending sentence. What do you think it means? Don't you see? Lily said excitedly. The note's a warning to stop people from going any further. It worked then, Charlie snorted. I came back as soon as I read it. Yeah, but think, why would anybody leave a note like that? Lily waved the offending scrap of paper under Charlie's nose. I bet it's because there's something really important hidden down there, see? And only the stout of heart will be able to find it. Lily nodded as if this made perfect sense. That note is a clue, but it's also a warning, see? Treasure! A look of horror suddenly crossed her face. What if those council workers are heading towards it? You said the note was inside the book. Lily was obviously swept up with her grand idea. Maybe the book says where the treasure is buried. You're getting totally carried away. Charlie held up his hands. It's just some old diary, that's all. We should give it to a museum or something before it gets damaged. Yeah, well, we could do that. Lily smiled a dazzling smile. But it wouldn't do any harm to read it first. Where's your sense of adventure? I left it in the tunnel. Look, it would only take a couple of days to read through the book. If there's nothing about treasure, you can hand it over to anybody you like. Yeah, and if there is, Lily shrugged, then, well, you can decide what to do next. Oh, well, since you've got it all worked out... Charlie gave a sigh of exasperation that somehow turned into a laugh halfway through. Lily laughed as well. Oh, come on, Charlie, it is quite exciting, she said, nudging him. I suppose I could take it back to the guest house and have a look. But didn't they write really boring books in those days, with big, long sentences? Charlie took the diary back from Lily and opened it. I'm not really into reading. I like computer games. Lily snorted. Charlie scanned the first page, scowling with concentration. His frown deepened as he read aloud. This is the journal of myself, William Makepeace, aged about 12, though I'm not sure what year I was born, for I am an orphan, in which I am determined to tell of my life and adventure. since it is my great desire to someday write a book of great importance. I knew it, Charlie groaned. I've written school essays that were shorter than this first sentence, and who taught him how to spell? Look, if he was an orphan in the underground city, he probably taught himself. Lily arched a sarcastic eyebrow. Think you could do that? The boy ignored her and began to read again. I lived in the Canongate poorhouse until I found I was to be apprenticed to Macpherson the sweep, who was well known for his ill treatment of boys in his employ. He would send them up the narrowest chimneys, and should they become stuck, we would light fires under them to persuade them out. Ouch, Charlie paused. He's got to be making this up. Nobody's life could be that bad. Lily looked solemn. In those days, everybody's life was bad, unless they had money. Well, some things never change. The boy smiled thinly and began to read again. One night I escaped by leaping from the poorhouse roof into a drift of snow and remaining buried until after dark. Finally, half dead with cold, I made my way to the underground city where all manner of criminals reside, and now make my living by means that I am ashamed to mention. Wow! Charlie looked up from the book in astonishment. This guy has had some life, and I'm only on the first page. I wonder what he did that he was so ashamed of. Read the journal, you'll probably find out. Oh, it's too difficult, the boy protested. I'll never get through it. Everyone has a story worth hearing, Lily said. You just need to be able to picture it. She held out a fist. Maybe I can help. She uncurled her fingers, blew across her palm, and a cloud of glittering dust circled the boy's head. What are you doing? Charlie waved his arms about, scattering a shiny haze. I've got asthma, you know. It's imagination to help you read the book. It's glitter, Lily. Charlie held up a sparkly hand in disgust, and now I look like a girl. Oh, as you were so quick to point out, I'm only a juggler, Lily shrugged. What do you want me to do? Pull a rabbit out of my... I'll read the book, all right? The boy stuffed the journal back inside his shirt. I'll let you know how far I've got by tomorrow. Where do you stay? What's your phone number? He tapped his shirt pocket proudly. I have a mobile. Lily gestured to the theatre behind her. You can find me right here every morning. Oh, suit yourself. Charlie went to the door and unlocked it. He paused with his key in the lock and turned back. See this mortal danger stuff? Just what kind of mortal danger do you think? Oh. But Lily was gone. Who is this mysterious Lily? Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that story. And I hope that you have washed your hands and cleaned your teeth and gone into your bed and given yourself a great big huge cuddle because you deserve it. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the next chapter. Night, night.